Hi Kiwi, alright, we are back at Hades 1, and we're gonna go ahead and get some meta progression. Let's see, Deep Pockets. Start each escape attempt with some amount of gold. Thick Skin, raise your max life. Versus Golden Touch. Gain wealth when you clear an underworld region, 5% of your current coin per rank. That could be really good. Thick Skin, High Confidence. Deal bonus damage when your life total is above a certain threshold. Both of those are pretty solid. I think for now I'll take Thick Skin to play it safe. And we'll take... What does this do again? Yeah. I think we'll take Golden Touch. Maybe I do want Deep Pockets. I've got a lot of shadow, so I'm just gonna...
That's beyond my means.
That'll give us a much better fighting start at the game, at the entrance, especially if I'm using any sort of melee build. Today we're going to be running the aspect of Chaos on the shield, which when you charge up your Bull Rush, after you do that, you can throw your special and it'll throw an additional shield. I only have the first level, so it's kind of underwhelming overall. We're going to be running Dionysus's Keepsake to start with the goal of potentially getting getting his special boom. So I'm just going to try and stack as much poison damage as possible, or I guess hangover damage, if you will. It's probably the wrong way to play this, but I'm feeling I felt kind of gimmicky on this one, so I'm gonna roll with it.
That you took care of Theseus down in Elysium of late there, Zach. Nice work. Never liked that one. Between us, there's this nice lass helped him out one time, and he just dumped her rotten. I don't like that, man.
But you've given him support in the past to fight us. Alright, attack inflicts hangover, special inflicts hangover. Your cast lobs an explosive that bursts into festive fog. So we got the lowest rank of Drunken Flourish, which isn't ideal for the gimmick build that I was planning, but maybe we can... Maybe what I'll do is I'll roll for Demeter and try to get, what is it, Rare Crop? Or no, I forget. Oh, I missed that gold pot. Oh well. I forgot the name of the boon, but we can make this work. I can already feel that this is probably the wrong way to build this weapon, but oh well. We'll just call it, we're a toxic Captain America. That's all we are.
Mine.
All right, Zeus or Hammer? I think we have to go Hammer. This early in the game, Hammers can just make it can make or break a build substantially. Maybe we'll get something that makes our shield bash, or our shield toss bounce more. That'd be cool. Effectively, this is going to be kind of a hit and run sort of build. Attack hits twice but does not knock foes away. After blocking a foe, gain 20% damage and move speed for 10 seconds. Your Bull Rush deals 400% damage to armor. That could be really useful, since we're kind of building around Bull Rush to use our special effect. This is also pretty solid. I think I'll take Breaching Rush, though. None of those stand out immensely to me, but, I mean, being able to pop foe's armor when you're doing a dot build on this game, pretty solid, I would say, overall. I honestly think our DPS is probably... Actually, it's not that much faster using the attack. Fair enough. Actually, I do think our DPS is faster with the attack, but I won't say anything. We're running a special build with the Bull Rush. That's fine. Moving along. Oh, perfect, Aphrodite. We can use her for the Bull Rush, or we'll get our attack boon, and that'll be very helpful. It'll apply weak, and it'll massively increase our attack damage. Oh, didn't need to take that hit. Oh well. The hangover damage adds up very quickly over time, though, I have to say.
How I love to have these unexpected little run-ins with you, love. You are just so spontaneous, and I have a liking for that sort of thing.
I have to say, for you loving these encounters, where were you on the last run? You showed up once because I had your keepsake, and then never again. I have complaints. Of course, we get the weakest... attack boon of hers. I could go for Life Affirmation and just be as tanky as possible. I think that's what I'm going to do, honestly. That sounds like more fun. I'm pretty sure that's the one that increases maximum life gain rather than amount healed. Could be mistaken. Just, I didn't even see that enemy, and it was just dead by the time I arrived because it had been taking so much poison damage. I do need to remember that I have the, if your your Bloodstone isn't an enemy, they take increased damage, and try to pop that on tankier enemies as much as possible. More Dionysus, always welcome. Maybe we can get something that boosts our poison. We're just going to spam our shield here, see what happens. I'm taking damage, but it's so little that it doesn't actually matter, it seems. Okay, I take that back. I took a lot of damage there. Oops. I definitely need something to make my poison damage deal more, and I think there is actually a boon, a duo boon between Aphrodite.
Trapped in a crystal thing.
Your free tortured souls trapped in a crystal thing. I do think there's a duo boon between Dionysus and Aphro that would work really well here. Let's see, your cast, no. Using a fountain, okay, getting that pretty early on is a pretty huge bonus damage. I doubt it applies to Hangover, but if it does, that's pretty solid. Yeah, we'll take that for sure. Strong drink. So we just need to fish for an Aphrodite attack. I'll probably use your keepsake on the next floor to guarantee it. Let's see how much damage that is. Okay, that basically instantly pops their armor. That's good to know. I mean, dealing 400% damage, that's like 5 times damage to armor, so it would make sense that it does that much, but still. It is fun to see it in practice, not just on paper. I don't actually know where the last enemy is. Thankfully, my shield auto targets, so I could find it that way. Some sort of, basically, echolocation. I heard a ding, which means there's a fish. There you are.
Denizens of the deep, arise.
Arise! Anyone else a fan of solo leveling out there? Arise definitely means something important to those fans.
Got a bite. They got a hellfish.
I'm curious what people think of solo leveling nowadays. Like, it is unabashedly a power fantasy. I'm gonna take the palm because I don't have enough to buy enough coin to buy something from the shop. But I personally very much enjoyed solo leveling, primarily for the artwork. It is a beautifully drawn manhwa, and I enjoyed it for its ride. Like I mean I like isekai, so I like the shameless power fantasy stories. So. But honestly, I think by the end of the story, I was less into like the characters or the narrative as a whole, and more just how gorgeous there were like single pages that you could like. I would make like a wallpaper out of. They just look so cool.
Delicious.
All right, 7 damage per second, pretty solid. We just need to palm the poison damage on our special as much as possible. That way it stacks up and just does a ton of damage. Getting something to do a little bit more damage on the base special as well would be really helpful, but let's see. Not interested in any of that. Artemis. Does Artemis offer me anything that I would find interesting in this build? If I get her, oh, you know what? If I get any sort of crit damage, if we can get an ability that makes our poison crit, that would be pretty solid, I think. Oop, well, I messed up. I like how that shield just slid right past the enemy there. It is a little unpredictable how the shield bounces, and there's also the huge detriment of when the shield is moving, you can't actually use it for attacking or shield bashing, so one of the biggest strengths of the shield is that it blocks damage. But that's fine. Have I given Artemis a nectar yet? I feel like there's a way to find out. I just don't know how. It's fine. It's Artemis. Oh,
My Lady Artemis, this is nothing next to all your grace and favor.
I should have saved it for Than, though.
Hey, wait, this is an offering for me? Oh, that's very kind, though. Let's get back to hunting now, okay?
Okay, I've already given her one. Oops. Oh well.
You've become a accomplished vermin hunter, Zagreus. Maybe you'll get to use those skills against worthier creatures soon enough.
Okay, so that's how we do it. We press left bumper, so I can check next time. Cast, not interested. Dash strike, not interested. Call. None of these are attractive to me. I'm not going to really be running a crit build or a cast build on this one, I believe, so I guess it doesn't really matter what cast I take. So let's check off a prophecy for this one. Or maybe, honestly, nah, I think I'll save the dash strike for something that applies to special effect. Alright, so we'll take True Shot here. And good, we can get our Nectar back so that we can give Than a present. Hopefully he'll be on here in the next room. Or, what I mean is, hopefully he'll be in the House of Hades when we return. Oh, cool, and you know what? That gives us 5% more damage. I still can't afford anything major from the shop, so we'll take the free HP here. Plus, with the boon we got from Aphrodite, that means we get 34 HP instead of 25. That's pretty substantial. We're going to be tanky with this build, because again, holding this, everything from the front, doesn't damage me. Unless it's like a ground shockwave, maybe there's probably some unblockable damage, but...
Not quite.
You've really done it, Zagreus. My sisters have returned. All three of us now share the same assignment.
I get the sense that Zagreus really wants to see Alecto, because he keeps asking for her when we go into this chamber.
Is it wrong of me that I'm somewhat honored to have garnered the attention of the Erinese?
Oh, I would say it's very wrong of you indeed.
Alright, here, let's do a quick shield bash and drop some poison. And now we just run away and watch her bleed out. Doesn't seem like my poison wants to stay capped at 5. Probably because I just can't stack it up fast enough, but... Like, see, it's pretty easy to just damage her like this. A little bit harder once she spawns her allies, but, you know, we're fine. Oh, you know what? I should use my cast so I get the damage increase. And I do appreciate that all of her little spawnlings here do drop coin for us, which is pretty helpful. Pretty much as long as I keep the poison stacked up, it's not a fast kill. It's nowhere near as fast as Hera, for example, but it adds up. It's pretty substantial. It's not going to feel great unless I get more boons on, or more things that increase its damage, though, because, I mean, think about how much HP Hades has, for example. It'll make the Theseus Asterius fight very easy, though. Very safe, at least. I think going for Artemis on this build will be the correct choice, though, because it will make it so that I can potentially crit on her poison. I don't know for certain that that's how that works, but I have a suspicion it is. And if so, that's fantastic. If not, oh well. All the minions she spawns do kind of slow down my damage potential, I have to say. Because the shield goes to bounce to them. So that's fine. I don't mind fighting them because, again, free coin. We'll take it. Means I can afford the next shop. There we go. Like, this is not a speedrun build, that's for sure. But the damage itself is pretty solid. Oh, hey.
The Erinese, known also as the Furies. They are the trusted sentinels of Lord Hades, charged with torturing the worst of mortal kind, and ridding the underworld of any fool enough to trespass where they do not belong.
They'll just have to try harder next time.
That's cool. There are like statues of the three Furies there. Alecto, Tisiphone, and Megara. What is it, Megara, I believe? Yeah, there they are again. That's cool. There's Meg. There's a little shrine to Meg, I think. And then I'm gonna guess that's Tisiphone. Well, that's cool. Those are... you don't really appreciate the design of the boss rooms unless you go looking at them.
You wouldn't dare.
Alright, so let's go ahead and put on Aphrodite's a keepsake.
Should help.
Yeah, let's put on Aphrodite's keepsake and roll for her attack boon. That'll give us a nice solid bit of damage on the bull rush.
Check.
I know he's saying check because we're getting a check mark next to clearing the floor, but I like to appreciate, like, my brain keeps interpreting it as him asking for a check.
Hydra awaits.
He's asking for a check for his bill, or his, like, bill for leaving.
Through all that, away to the surface.
I don't know, he's asking to pay for all of the whatever he got from the previous floor. Alrighty. What do we got here? Lots of lava. My favorite. Oh. Slam dancers. No, I don't think that's what these are called. No matter. Easily poisoned enemies is what they be.
Well,
I don't see a well.
more coming.
I guess maybe the strategy is once I have my poison stacked up, I start smashing my attack button a little bit. Need to remember that I have the cast, and it does at least some reasonable damage. We're gonna be very tanky very quickly on this run, that's for sure, though. Probably won't need to buy any Centaur hearts from the Charon shops. I can save my money for boons and such. There we go. Whoop. Let's not run into those if I can avoid it. Right, I forgot. I have extra damage on shield. I should probably do that. Oop, that hit me. It does seem faster to just spam my attack button, unfortunately, especially once the poison is built up.
Lurks in the river Phlegathon.
So while we're on the topic of the Greek gods, inevitably, while talking about Hades, there's a game that's caught my eye recently called Pray for the Gods. Or Stray... It may be... No, wait. Maybe it's Stray Gods. I think it's Stray Gods. But effectively, it is a game centered around Greek mythology.
As well.
I do not think so, boy.
But it looks like a musical drama sort of thing. It looks really interesting, and I may end up playing it on this channel at some point because it seems potentially our cup of tea, both Kiwi and mine. Alright, so definitely compared to the previous run. Can't clear these troves nearly as fast, but we'll take whatever they can give.
Why do I bother?
That was still pretty fast overall. Plenty of darkness to share.
Mine.
Indeed, yours, Zagreus. Alright, we'll take the shop this time because we have the coin for it. Assuming I didn't misread and think it was darkness like I did last time. That was pretty embarrassing.
You must have a lot of stops around these parts, don't you, Charon mate? Most of the dead are here in Asphodel, correct?
So we're
Just
getting
have a look around.
we're getting a mini boss Aphrodite, which is fantastic. That means she has a higher chance of giving us rare boons, which will be perfect if we can get her attack this time.
Pleasure doing
Let's
business.
see. After taking damage, quickly dash to recover some of what you lost. Move faster. Each time you enter a chamber, gain 10 coin. I think I'll just take the coin, honestly.
Now here goes.
And Athena's dash again wouldn't be bad.
It feels unseemly to make contact from that most unpleasant boatman's stash of ill-gotten wares. Nonetheless, this was an opportunity.
So dash deflects, holy shield. So I've had all of these, so I'm not getting any faded prophecy. So yeah, we'll just take the dash then. Never a wrong choice to take the Athena dash. And now hopefully Afro can give us a solid attack boon. We'll see. Ah yes, my favorite this is probably my least favorite mini boss in the game, honestly. At least so far. I don't know why, I don't deal with her well. Right. Remember, I can deal a lot of damage to her armor this way. Just focus on bull rushing for now. Whoop! I think I dodged that. Alright, there we go. Shield down. Need to stop throwing my shields the wrong way after I charge up the bull rush. I seem to have a bad habit of doing so. I do wish the poison lasted a little bit longer. Hopefully, I think there's a duo boon that makes that so. I'm not certain, though. The real question is, does this guy maintain his poison damage after traveling in the air? Looks like he does. Awesome. So, this lets me DPS even if he's not physically present. See, died in the air. Unfortunate for him.
I hate those two.
Me too, Zag. Alright, 73% more damage on the attack. Versus Nah, I want the attack boon. I can always get these again later. I'll find them eventually. I just want to make sure I have enough damage, and again, applying weak is such a strong debuff for survivability. I'm quite fond of it. I think the duo boom between Aphrodite and Dionysus may be that your weak effects are more potent against hungover foes. I could be mistaken, but that sounds right to me. Yeah. So the reason why I took Dionysus' special here is because I know that I'm not going to be doing a lot of damage with the shield special. But the Dionysus passive damage adds up really fast, especially if you get some good bounces on the shield. So it just kind of sets an AoE poison effect on a lot of enemies at once. And hey, would you look at that? I mean, Hermes is nice, but getting a boon each of Dionysus and Afro on a mini-boss room? Like, I'm probably going to take a lot of damage here, and I still think it's worth it. I think Dionysus was actually pretty easy to deal with, so we'll take Aphrodite first.
Your heart was true.
Wave of Despair, empty inside. Weak effects have a longer duration. That sounds like what we're looking for. Yeah, we'll take empty inside.
Oh man, that was definitely not a thing to do. I mean, are we best mates or not? You think on that while I do this.
He sounds mad. I like that he fancies himself a best friend sort of character to us, though. Dionysus is definitely a party dude, which I guess is not a surprise given he is like the god of wine and drink and wine and food and festival or whatever. So yeah. Oh gosh, that's a lot of things. I have dashes that that ignore that though. Try and pop some poison on you. See, they just bleed to death. It's fine. Is there more? Oh, there's more than one wave. Oh, I walked right into that. Oops.
Give him a show.
It's fine. I didn't account for the cooldown on the dash there. I dodged right into it and took a lot more damage than I needed to, strictly speaking. The deflect damage is honestly pretty strong, to be honest. Like, I mean, it's just hitting them with their own attack, but still, this build is very built around kind of micro damage, but a lot of little hits that add up to a lot more. It's definitely a different experience to the last run with the Haribo, where we're just chunking everything rapid fast. Like the thing about the Haribo is it's not just burst DPS, it's overall sustained DPS too.
Okay, let's say we're settled up now, Zag, and go on being best mates just like before, yeah?
Alright, your dash causes hangover several times near where you started. Not interested. Your hangover effects also make foes slower. Now that sounds fun. Ensure Chaos Kite? Heck yeah. We'll always be happy to see Chaos. Maybe we can get some special damage up, or I don't even know what I want, but I'll take it anyway. Shop or HP? I can't afford anything in the shop that's meaningful, so we'll just take the HP. This should be the last room before the final boss, in theory. And by final boss, you know, I mean, the final boss of the floor, not the final boss of the entire run, obviously. Alright, Lerny, let's see how you deal with all my poison damage.
Can we fulfill my father's wishes?
So we'll just charge up a shield bat. Actually, let's hit you with this first. It's not a lot of damage, but it means that we'll deal more damage with all our other attacks. Now we just spam this. Just keep the poison stacked up on him. Get some weak on him. And then I just try and reflect his projectiles back out of him because I'm a cheeky bastard. And there we go, first phase done. Let's kill some heads. I should focus on reflecting their attacks here. Honestly, I think I do more damage from that than the actual build I'm building around. Kind of sad, but not a surprise, honestly. A little slow on the reflect there. Had to dash into it first. The odds of us dying here, though, are fairly low. I don't feel that threatened by Lerny here. And basically the plan is just keep both weak and poison stacked up on him. That way if I do take a hit, I don't take damage, and then he's constantly just melting from the hangover. I believe there is a hammer that lets us charge our special to deal more damage. I could be mistaken about that, but I believe that is the case. For a moment I was going to try and activate the Athena call, and then realized I don't have it anymore, sadly. I felt it was better to charge the Bull Rush there and tank a little damage from the lava than to lose out on the potential damage I could deal. He still got hit through all that. Interesting. Like, again, this isn't a strong build, but it is a safe build. And I figure I'll do it early on when I don't have to have tight deadline making me need to speedrun for clear times. I'm lucky that blocked.
Not yet.
Here, let's reflect these and deal some extra damage. Yeah, I think what I want to do is I want to get Athena's exposed passive as soon as possible. That way I can deal a little bit extra damage. That's fine. Because of the Dionysus passive we already have, we'll fully heal on the clear.
Enjoy your magma bath.
I feel like it's hard to enjoy that sort of thing, personally speaking. Both because it's magma and because he has been, like, exploded into pieces.
King Theseus is eager to see you again soon.
I was about to ask Theseus as a king, but I'm realizing in the context of Greek mythology, not in the context of this game. Well, I guess technically both, but, like, I was just thinking, like, Theseus is a king of Elysium. That doesn't make sense. Alright, do I want to see more Aphrodite? Or, sorry, Artemis, jeez. What makes the most sense to take here? None of these keepsakes necessarily do amazing for me. Why don't we go looking for Artemis so maybe I can get some fun passives. We got most of what we want from Aphrodite, aside from the duo boon with Dionysus.
Got it.
You know what this build needs? It needs Demeter's Cast. Let's just go all for the very slow low damage. The low damage, low DPS. Hit really fast, really hard sort of build. Or hit really fast but not very hard build.
I can take it.
I'll take Chaos over Hermes. If there had been a hammer there, I probably would have chosen the hammer instead.
I'm back here.
As we become acquainted, son of Hades, I shall make myself quite clear in one respect. I fear I have a lack of patience for discussion. When visiting, please merely listen and accept my mark, and then depart. Respond only when necessary, or when prompted. Yes.
Merely listen, so it's just like when I get those messages from the Olympians. Wait, you did just prompt me, Master Chaos, didn't you? Or should I have remained silent just now?
I cannot offer you advice, but you were prompted, yes. You may speak freely, then or any time, despite my wishes that you not do so. Absolute silence is my general preference. It may not be yours.
An interesting discussion there. Alright, let's see. Cast deal more damage, boons are rarer, more gold. I mean, I'm really not using my cast, and none of these are super appealing to me. I think at this point we have all the boons that really matter for the run, aside from maybe a good call. So I'll just take the increased coin, I guess. Yeah, we can buy more things. More coin means we can buy some fun things at the final shop in the in Styx. That's how I'm gonna treat this for now.
You do.
Yeah, this weapon is a lot stronger when you can throw more than 2 shields after the Bull Rush. But we'll take what we can get. We'll make it work. We will make it work for sure. Oh, right, I can't pick up my cast stones. Nope, none of that. None of that. I can't fish just yet. What does it say if I try? Okay, foes nearby. Oh, good, an Infernal Trope. We'll merrily take that. So we're already feeling the damage fall off pretty heavily entering Elysium like this, but again, safety. Low DPS, but safe. That's the nature of this build, realistically speaking. But it is only as safe as I play it. And I mean, look at that damage. It's like, it's not fast. It's not amazing, but I can pull it off at such a distance. Really, it respawned even though I was hitting it. I think. It must have. Unfortunate. I guess the shield just doesn't have enough knockback to cancel out their regeneration, maybe. That was a slow room. Oof.
Nice meeting you. Come on up. Perfect plan.
Alright. That's a lot of gold, potentially.
Just take him now.
Whee! Convenient of them for both. Convenient of them to spawn both of those right in front of me, honestly. Oh, there's an archer somewhere. Gotta look out. I'm not getting much of this gold, am I? Oh my goodness, this is such a slow kill. These things are so much tankier than the other enemies were. Well, at least it's some gold. We didn't take too much damage.
Incompetence.
Sheesh. That's a lot slower. Excellent at hammer. Let's see what we get. We may not get anything of terrible interest. This build is really weird and very niche. And clearly a little lackluster in overall performance, but who knows? Maybe we'll get a hammer that really makes the special pop off. It's just, the shield's range is even greater than the bow's, it seems. And you can, because you can focus on dodging while the poison damage ticks down, you can really very easily safe spot things reliably. Not that I want to. We probably won't run this this build again until we have a much further upgraded Shield of Chaos, or Aspect of Chaos, but at least for now, we can be silly. We can be a little silly here. Oh right, I forgot about you.
More coming then.
It's a good thing I'm still shielded for that. Pop that and kill it that way. It'll be faster, honestly. What I really need is something that makes my hangover last longer. I really need some more Dionysus boons. Alright, let's see what we get. After blocking a foe, 20% more damage and move speed for 10 seconds, Special can strike up to 4 additional foes before returning. This may or may not be good. The trick here is, can it bounce to the same enemy? I'm not convinced it does, but I mean 20% more damage isn't that exciting to me. Let's do it. And then an Artemis. Okay, yeah, we'll take this.
You must take pleasure in having to fight against me, Short One. I too have come to look forward to it, even if I end up falling to your strength.
I maintain that Asterius is a cool dude.
Oh, I was going to say I'd much prefer we settle this more amicably, couldn't we? Perhaps I could interest you in a fine bottle of nectar. Ambrosia, even.
No, thank you. These battles are enough. Besides, you won that ambrosia from us, fair and square.
Alright, let's drop some casts on you. So I much prefer Asterius here on this build than I would the Butterfly Ball. The Butterfly Ball would be a lot harder to deal with, realistically speaking. Because all the minions, it would be very hard to DPS them down and be safe. Whereas Asterius, I just never let him get near me and I just spam my shield at him. I forgot I still have the Chaos Curse. Because I can't pick up my Bloodstones here, it seems. I should go ahead and pop a weak on him just in case I do get a hit. Oh, well, you know he's supposed to crash into the walls as well, but this guy turns on a dime. Good to know that my shield does not block the jump attack that he has. I'll be mindful of that going forward as well. I think, you know, I'm commenting on how safe this build is, but I am not playing safe with it. So I'm going to focus on just safe spotting and bumping him with the poison damage. We haven't really seen any pomegranates either, which is unideal because I would really like the poison damage is nice, but my goodness, is it kind of pathetic. I think he's taking more damage from the walls crashing than my poison. Well, like I said, slow and steady. Use the environment to my advantage as well where I can. Just keep cutting him into the statues as they break. Whoop. Maybe Dionysus has a legendary that increases the number of stacks of poison you can get. I forget. I don't really remember much of anything of the legendary boons in this game. Except for maybe Poseidon's that increases his splash damage, I think.
Enough. Well fought.
Alright. Not the cleanest fight, and definitely not the fastest fight. But a victory nonetheless. And now we get Artemis.
Name of Hades.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. Support fire is a scam, but it sounds like fun on this build too. But I think we have to take the duo because it's a lot harder to pull the duos off. Alright, so what does that equate to? It's 1.5 times 5. So that's like 7.5% more crit chance. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Bright swords.
I think I'm gonna just try and kite these guys around the arrow traps because I don't think I'm gonna be able to safely DPS them. Oh, you know what? That hammer that we pulled that gives us the chance to bounce up to 4 more enemies. Pretty huge for DPS on an AoE, for AoE DPS, honestly. Whoop. You know, it would be nice if I pointed my shield towards the thing trying to hit me instead of away from it. It doesn't appear that they bounce to the same enemy twice, so unfortunately it's only good for dealing with AoEs. Or dealing with a lot of enemies in one small area is what I'm trying to say. But at least it gives us some solid AoE option for dealing with trash mobs, because before it was pretty slow. I mean, it's still pretty slow, but it's faster now at least. It is manageable at the very minimum. It feels like in a very short span of time our DPS has gone up a fair bit though.
A curse of chaos has expired.
Excellent. Okay, so we get a lot more gold now, which is very helpful. Alright, HP up or pomegranate? I think we take the pom. We've got enough HP as it is, and I'll buy more from the shop if I really want it. Oh my goodness, that shield bounced everywhere there. I guess I have to remember that I can use Bull Rush to kind of cheese enemies too and block their damage. I mean, that's obvious when you say it out loud. Somehow I've forgotten it though. I feel like the shielding enemies are honestly the one I'm going to have the hardest time DPSing. They stay near the statue every time it breaks, so they're going to take a lot of damage. Well, that was unfortunate. That's a lot of damage I just took, unfortunately. I guess that's the big thing about this, is if I'm going to stand in melee range, I'm going to get hit by melee attackers. Funny that. Not sure why I was going melee range there, to be honest. It was kind of a bad decision. Alright, there we go. Now my special deals 8 damage more, which is still not that much.
seriously?
Nah, I could take this for the HP. Honestly, yeah, we'll take that. Hermes or coin? We'll take Hermes. Maybe we can get something that makes her special a little bit faster. Not that we really need it, but you know.
Death has arrived.
Yay!
Still at it, I see. You're stubborn, and you are going to get me in a heap of trouble before all is said and done.
I don't think we're beating him this time, unfortunately. But we'll try. We will try.
First. Hopefully not me.
I gotta kill these small fries as quick as possible is really what it boils down to. Cool, got it. Yeah, if we start getting Soldiers of Elysium, we're not getting this anymore, but I'll let Thanatos take care of the really tanky enemies and deal with the weaker ones. Since it doesn't matter what I kill as long as I kill something. That's fine. Alright, just mashing all the buttons. Definitely taking more damage than is ideal. Stop attacking the weak ones. They're mine. Cool. Alright. I don't think we have to worry about this. I'll just let Thanatos take that one out for me.
There he is.
There we go. Alright. What have you got?
So then, Athena's looking out for you. That's good, that's good. She likes to put a lot of thought and stuff in everything. It's all a little much, if you ask me.
Dash more, attack faster, dodge automatically. I think I'll take the dodge automatically, honestly.
Oh, felt that.
Ugh, look at our HP. We barely survived that.
That's a relief.
Alright, I can't give you nectar here, but I know I can give it to you in the house.
What's with the look? You had your hands full, now you don't, thanks to me. Seems I'm left to thanking myself, since you're too proud to do it.
He's salty.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say when he gets like this.
So his Centaur Hearts only give 25 no matter what. Unfortunate, but hey, it's HP. We certainly need it after that. Now, do I want coin or Athena? I think I've got plenty of coins, so let's go the Athena route here. I need something to make me stronger, because this build is falling off very... Oh, goodness. I stopped right in front of the trap. Thankfully, I realized just in time. You know what? Athena's Call, honestly, just to make me a little bit better have a little bit better survivor. I can't speak. Just to give me a little bit better survivability would be very helpful. I like how my shield missed everything there. I kind of forgot about how they respawn there with the Revenants. Oops. At least they're dropping HP items every now and again, which will help keep me alive. Alright, where is it? Oh, we're spawning more. Okay. Why are there so many bows, Kiwi? Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to end up using a Death Defiance here, honestly. Which isn't great. This is not the place to use it. I mean, realistically speaking, I'm not worried about the Hades fight out of everything here. Because I can pretty reliably outmaneuver him and just cheese him with hangover damage. It's a lame way to win, but it wins. Alright, keep up the wailing, and oh, I still took damage, really. Oh well. We got him now. Whew. Alright, Kiwi of the present has woken up and joined us.
Your father Hades and my father Zeus have not communicated in some time, and Zeus refuses to explain. Something transpired between the two of them. Perhaps you know better than I.
Sadly, not yet. Alright, get her Call, Holy Shield, or Death Defiance restores more HP and replenishes the use. I haven't used my Death Defiance yet, so I think we'll just take her Call for the safety. Alright, I think this is the last room before the boss fight, so let's go ahead and take the shop.
Wasn't me.
It most certainly was. Just death to all pots. Okay. Random Palm. Athena's Aid. Okay. Cool. That extends the duration of the invulnerability. We'll take the HP. We'll take the Artemis.
Hey, Zagreus. There's something I've been wondering, and don't take this the wrong way or anything, okay? Oh no. It's her.
Aphrodite?
Why, Artemis, you're absolutely tongue-tied. Due to our little godling in the underworld, or a little due to me? You shall figure it all out, I'm sure.
All right.
Look, what was I... just... never mind. I'll talk to you some other time, I guess.
Oh, Athena. Man, I can't say Artemis right. I am sorry. Oh, Artemis. I am sorry. All right, critical effects deal even more to weak foes. That synergizes really well with the other one we got, I think. Yeah, definitely Heartrend. No question about it.
Combined might.
So, our crit chance is still fairly low, all things considered, but hey.
Asterius. Theseus.
Aha, the fiend comes crawling back once more, drawn as he is, much like the unassuming moth unto the flame of righteousness.
He's a poet. No wonder he's a king.
Oh no, not the flame of righteousness. Are you finished? Let's get this started. I've come a long way.
Zagreus has no time for his bullshit.
Our fiendish visitor is begging us for mercy. Begging us, no doubt, to drop our guard. Together now, my friend, let's vanquish him, and may the glory of Olympus guide us.
I like the delivery on that glory. Theseus' voice actor is great. Honestly, all the voice actors in Supergiant games have done such a phenomenal job. They're so fun. I feel like what would really help is maybe Aphrodite's dash, just so I can more reliably get the weak off on enemies, because I'm not really inclined to use my attack unless I have to, although I take that back, I'm spamming it like no tomorrow now. Alright, can I get through this fight without using a Death Defiance is ultimately the question, and I think the answer is a strong, resounding yes if I play well enough. A big if I play well enough. Alright, Asterius should be about to hit his second phase now. There we go. At least we're doing some chip damage to Theseus here and there. Oh my goodness, I took 2 giant meat shots there. Oopsie. Like, I'm playing way more aggro because I just don't have the patience to wait out poison. I know that's the whole point of this build, but here I am being dumb. I mean, as a whole, I kind of knew this build was going to be a mistake. Alright, so we've got Athena's Call now fully charged, so the question is, yeah, I'm going to use it. Let's just try and spam out Asterius as quick as possible. Keep it going. Wow, my DPS is so pathetic. Unfortunate. It's fine. I still think I can do this without dying. I just have to play safe. Maybe spam my close range attacks a little less. Alright, I take... Oh, well, that was avoidable. I just chose to take the hit anyway. Oh well. I'm probably going to end up using the Death Defiance here. But I'll make it work. I'll make it work. I feel like, honestly, palming my attack boom would be better than palming my special going forward. It really didn't equate too much, did it? We've almost got Asterius now, though. And there we go. Okay. 1 of 2 bosses down. Oh, that's cool. The crowd is cheering for us, I think. Right, I have to be careful. When he pulls the spear back, so if it pierces through me, it will hit me on the recoil, even if I'm shielding from in front of me. If I keep baiting out his melee attack, I should be able to hit him pretty reliably, though. It also very much helps that we have the weak constantly applied to him, so that I don't take as much damage when he does hit me, if he does hit me. So far, I'm pretty reliably dodging his attacks, though. As long as I pay attention to his animation, and it's really easily telegraphed. It's more of an issue when they have the attack speed up from the vow of punishment that I have to worry about. Oh. We haven't seen Ares in a run in a while, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, no. Ooh. That was a pretty fancy dodge with the bull rush there, actually. Really don't have a lot in the way of I mean, shield enemies are really difficult to deal with. All right. I had to pop the Athena call there because I thought I was going to get hit, honestly. I'm surprised I didn't. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, that time I needed to because I was not dashing out of that in time. Ares is a little bit of a problem. Honestly, Ares is scarier than Theseus, which I guess makes sense when you're fighting... I don't know, who's scarier, the King of Athens or the God of War? Wait, I thought Kratos was the God of War. Oh dear. I'm stuck. I got caught on him. I couldn't dash through him for some reason. Unfortunate. Considering I had gone so far to not take damage for so long, it's kind of lame that the way I get killed is because I got caught on the wall. At least I have an Athena. Okay, I kind of wasted it. I dashed into the Ares pool as it spawned. At least I'm able to use it pretty effectively defensively. I guess I have to respect Ares a lot more than I currently am. Actually, he only does 7 damage. Well,
who's champion now? The good stuff.
Not a very clean fight at all.
I dedicate this victory to you, good Shade.
Have a good day, my good Shade. All right, 1 floor to go, and I'm sure that's going to go slowly too.
A disappointing show from Theseus.
I have learned my lesson, and next time I will make sure that I don't do this build again until it's fully upgraded, and then it kind of pops off. That said, what keepsake do I want for the final floor? Honestly, I'm feeling a little iffy. I'm going to play it safe and take the Lucky Tooth. I don't think I need it, but I'd rather play it safe. Gain a random effect. Nah, none of that appeals to me. All right.
To the surface.
To the surface.
In the bag.
I get the sense I'm going to be visited by a chromosoom. She is looming nearby. That usually means she wants to get up on my desk to go to the Roku. Alright, so here's our chance of getting another Aphrodite. Another Aphrodite boon. Could get her legendary, probably not. Could get her duo boon with Dionysus maybe finally. That'd be cool. Oh, we've got 2 rolls on Afro here. That's exciting. All right. I guess let's just get this out of the way and start with Afro. On the bright side, I do feel as though I do think my shield build will work really well for the trash mobs here, but it's gonna be so painful fighting Hades. I'm just gonna be running around kiting him out. It's gonna be pretty lame. We'll see what happens. Yeah. It's honestly, I think it's faster in terms of DPS to just spam my shield rather than charge up the bull rush and use the special that's upgraded. I could be wrong about that, but I feel as though that's the case. Yeah, even with the crit chance and the crit up from Artemis, it just doesn't feel like we don't have much in the way of DPS. This run stands in stark contrast to the previous one. That is for sure. Okay, Super Satyr. Not really that much of a threat when I can reflect his attacks back at him, though. Oh. That's a when, but not a, it turns out still an if as well. And at least my shield makes short work of these little rats that are supposed to make the boss fight a lot more annoying to contend with. Now I have Athena's call up in case I need to do exactly that, because I didn't trust that I was going to evade the damage there. Really, I still got hit. Oh my goodness, I got hit a lot. Whew. Okay, we got him. Alright, Afro, give us something shiny. Weak effects are more potent, or weak effects make things take more damage. I think we take the damage up. We need whatever we can get on that. Kind of disappointing, but oh well.
Down the chute.
We've got one more chance at Afro giving us something fancy. I think I'll hold off on taking it now until I get the Athena. I don't think I got Athena and Afro's duo boon yet. I don't know what the requirements are, if I have them or not, but we'll take it. We'll try and set ourselves up for the best chance of getting it if I don't already have it. Bowl of Charon. Oh. Oh. I'll take both of these. That makes it so I can't afford Aphrodite, but I'm reasonably confident I'll be able to generate enough gold by the time I'm ready to leave Styx, I hope. I'll probably run the coin room that, even if I find the Satyr Sack in this area, I'll probably run the coin room just for the sake of getting another chance at the Afro boon. Okay. I guess I do have to remember to attack things so that they get weakened and I can deal more damage to them, though. It'd be cool if that affected the poison, but it looks like poison is really not affected by any of my scaling effects, unfortunately. Kind of disappointing, but not necessarily a surprise. It is kind of its own source of damage, after all. At least I can crit. At least I can crit. And that makes me do slightly more damage. Alright, I'm gonna just pop this and kill them this way. They were safe spotting in their poison. I didn't think I could get in there safely, but thankfully I didn't need to really try too hard. Alright, I think this is... yeah, this is the final room of this chamber set. Kind of... ugh. Yeah, those saw blades are a bit of a problem. The positioning on these enemies were just not in my favor at all. Turns out that hammer that does more damage to armor kind of fell off too, unfortunately. Had a feeling I was going to take damage, so I played it safe and popped the hull. It probably wasn't strictly necessary. It's fine though. Oh, I got poisoned. Hold on. I do wonder if the Athena Call blocks poison damage or not. Probably. I wouldn't expect it to. That seems kind of weird that it would. Cool if it does. I'm not going to try and do a proof of concept to prove it, though. Actually, you know what? Morbid curiosity. Let's go. All the poison is despawning as I go to try and touch it. Unlucky.
In the name of Hades.
Alright. Reduce damage from traps. Oh, this is new. You begin each encounter with your god gauge 20% full. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Nothing terribly relevant to our progression, necessarily, but a little bit of extra survivability at the start of a fight.
To keep looking down those passageways. Okay.
Well, I've exhausted all possible boons that I can get, so I may as well take Aphrodite here and see what she gives.
I can use this.
Alright, nothing exciting and nothing on a prophecy list. Weak effects are more potent. When enemies are slain, they inflict weak, resist some damage from nearby attacks. I mean, more survivability. This is a flat 13% damage reduction. This is only if I've afflicted weak to them, so I think we take different league. Okay. And then HP or pomegranate. Or coin. Let's go for the HP. I know it's a mini-boss, but let's just get as tanky as possible. Let's just get as tanky as we can. Would kindly ask you all to stop. This build is hard enough without your shenanigans. Thank you kindly. Oh, I forgot I have a cast. I should probably use it, and preferably at enemies, not walls. Turns out it doesn't do much to walls. Funny that. Oh, wow, that's a crit. I think my cast does more damage than the rest of my attacks by a substantial margin. Oh, you know what? I bet the reason why that crit did so much was because it was weakened, so it had the debuff active. It's kind of funny. We got like at least 2 different duo boons. I think 3. No, it must be only 2. And none of them were the one that I expected to get from the start of the run because I got all of the boons relevant. It's kind of funny how things play out sometimes, you know? Alright. But yeah, lesson learned. Definitely not the right build for the Shield of Chaos before you have it fully upgraded. Once it's fully upgraded, we'll talk. Oh gosh. Well, on the bright side, I can kite it out in theory. Where are you? Where are you? I don't see where you're spawning. Oh, there you are. Oh gosh. This is one where I don't mind just playing chicken and running. This thing's scary. Can't hit me through. Can't hit me here though, thankfully. Oh. It can hit you with its AoE through your shield. That's kind of nasty. Oh, right. Use my cast. Use my cast. I'm trying to punch it through the wall and I cannot. Yeah, I need to stop trying to shield through its AoE. It doesn't work, it seems. You'd think I had realized that after getting hit by it 3 times, but you know, I'm a slow learner. Just trying to apply the weak so that I get the extra damage, extra crit chance. Oh my goodness, Hades is going to be such a slow fight. At least I can take out its mobs pretty easily from a safe distance. Oh gosh, it's on me. It's crazy. We have a fully charged Athena cast already. Oh, Athena call already. I'm just gonna pop it. He'll be fully charged by the time we kill this boss, honestly. Like, fully charged twice, jeez. Oh, cast miss, darn it. I'll have to look it up, what is the effect of the Acro Dionysus boon, duo boon. I believe it either extends the duration of your weak effects, or your hangover effects, or it makes them more potent. It's one of those sort of combos of effects. I'm just not certain which one it is. We're taking so much damage against this boss. I remember when I first played this game, this boss was absolutely terrifying to me most of the time. Like, its damage output is just so huge, potentially. Alright, everything is just dying slowly of poison, and by do I mean slowly. When I say slowly, do I mean slowly. And there we go, Athena's boon is fully recharged. How sad. I think we just stand here and mash damage against it. What else can I do, honestly? Alright. It's almost dead. Of course it's going to summon more minions. At least that means more gold for us, if nothing else. There we go. Oof. Vermin vanquished. And 68 HP. Alright, well that's a pretty substantial amount of HP. We have a max HP of 290, which is a far ways up from where we started. How do we get out of here? Where is the portal? Oh, I'm dumb. It was right there. Oh, was there a fish spot here the whole time? Did I miss that somehow?
That is a scuffer.
That is a scuffer.
A crudely hewn network of tunnels grows from one of the cold temple's flanks, containing vicious denizens unwelcome in this realm, even in death.
Alright.
Satan markings.
Coin or... I mean, I'm obviously not affording the diamond. I don't think the anvil necessarily gives us anything better that I could think of. So, I should probably have enough money after this next room to be able to afford a palm and a heart. So let's take the palm here rather than the coin. Oh, geez, I'm lucky I didn't take damage from those. They both hit me. On the bright side, this build definitely takes out these little rats in one hit, so it kills them all very fast. Not that that terribly is relevant anywhere other than specifically these rooms. And then the damage goes back to being immensely lackluster. Oh well. Well, we're gonna be here a while. Let's figure out a story to share while we bang our heads against the wall here. I guess I was rambling a little bit about solo leveling, so I guess the question becomes, how did I discover solo leveling, honestly? I mean, I think I was just reading manhwa, random manhwa online for a while. All of the typical ilk of shameless male power fantasy, as I'm often attracted to, because I'm pathetic and embarrassing that way. But it's my junk food, if you will. It's like, I know it's bad, I openly acknowledge it's bad, but it's hard to put it down. And so I must have found it that way. I know I've been reading, I definitely found Omniscient Reader after Solo Leveling. I'm not sure if I found it before. I think I found it after I was reading Returner's Magic. Or I think it's, what is it? A Returner's Magic Can't Possibly Be Special, I think is the name. I could be mistaken. The question is, what was my first manhwa? And I really do not know the answer to that question. No, I don't think I can give a good answer. All I can say is I'm happy I found Solo Leveling. It's not the most amazing in terms of story necessarily, but my goodness, is the artwork phenomenal. And that's really what drew me to it, especially in the later chapters. Like, it had enough of a pull in the early chapters. I'm like, oh, I know what it was. Okay, I'm ADHDing off that one common thread, but the gamer was absolutely my first manhwa. I don't know why I found it, but I mean, it appeals to the sensibilities I like. Video game, what if video games were real life sort of thing. Let's see, cast more damage, dash or call duration. I think we take the cast. It's just doing a lot of damage, especially if it crits. That'll be a nice chunk. But yeah, I think I found the gamer for whatever reason, and of course it appealed to my sensibilities because I am shameless that way.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
And let's see. We'll take more damage on our weakened foes, that's fine. And then... really not getting any of the good stuff. I guess we'll take the lengthened weak effect. That'll help maintain it for the crit buff. Of course, on our slowest run yet, we get the worst RNG for Chambers as well, in terms of getting the last one for the Satyr Sack. Because why wouldn't we want to make this run take as long as possible? Anyway, I don't have too much to say about the gamer. It's about as generic of male power fantasy as you can get. I enjoyed it, but I kind of fell off of it because I got bored of it, honestly. Like, I keep trying to go back and read it because I'm the sort that, like, once I pick up a series, I like to see it through to the end, even if the challenge is a lot of these manhwa that I'm following are ongoing in pairs, so you can't really see an ending if one doesn't exist. So I'm taking the strategy of dropping the series for an extended period of time and then maybe returning to it when it's finally got a fair few more chapters to parse through, potentially, at least. I really do think the cast is the bulk of our damage here, sadly. Alright. We're 1 coin short of being able to buy the anvil. Not that I necessarily want to buy the anvil. Oh ho ho, Kiwi. We got it. Alright, let's see. Is there anything other than the anvil? Alright, I'm gonna do it. Let's see what happens. Lost Dreadflight. You know what? That's honestly pretty good. I think that's pretty good, actually, because it got rid of the thing that does more damage to armor. We're not really fighting armored foes, and it really didn't feel that strong. So special deals 50 damage to foes around you when you catch it. That's pretty great. Dashing Flight. During your dash, your special is faster and deals 200% more damage. Okay, wow. These anvils have been really good to me.
Joyfully, the Hound of Hell accepts another Satyr Sack.
Thank you, boy.
Again, I don't really know what's most optimal for those hammers, but boy, does it feel like it gave me the best 2 options that I could have possibly found. I may be wrong. I may be wrong about that, but I'm not going to complain about what I got, that's for sure.
I'll just keep coming back.
But yeah, sadly, I think the gamer was my gateway manhwa.
You know now what you're doing here is without any purpose whatsoever. Even if I don't slay you myself, you'll simply perish when you cross that threshold there. And yet you still persist.
Yeah, because Zag wants to see Mama.
I do. Besides, making these treks helps pass the time during the ongoing underworld renovations, and I'll be in tip-top shape once they're complete.
Would that we had a little more support. The renovations could have been complete by now. As ever, you think only of yourself. But if you must insist like this, then you will find me waiting for you once you get here. Every single time.
I love his voice actor. He's so good. Anyway, all I want to say about solo leveling ultimately is just that it has fantastic artwork, and there are so many like 1 or 2 page long spreads that I would genuinely like put on my like as like a desktop background, or like print out and have like as a wallpaper, because they just look so cool.
You brought that on yourself. Darkness.
Make sure that I charge this up when he's doing that sort of shenanigans. Like we've honestly got damage. It's just not a lot, but it feels like we've got enough boons to really pop off, and I'm getting better at dodging his attacks. That last hit notwithstanding. This is probably where our DPS falls off briefly, because my shield is going to bounce to the enemies rather than to him. But we've got a fully charged Athena call, so I may as well use it and just play it safe.
Athena would be wiser to stay out of this.
Take these things out since I can. Don't know why I dodged there. I just was still impervious to damage, but it's fine. And I forgot, I can just shield his attacks too, so like, no matter what he does, I'm kind of safe against him. I don't think I really needed to take the Luckier Tooth, and plus we ended up buying another Death Defiance, so we really just did not need any sort of... Oh, you know what? I forgot about how I forgot we got the hammer that makes us explode when we pick up our special. That helps us with our DPS a significant amount. I dodged the wrong way on that, that's my fault. Didn't mean to cast on that. It's fine though. The fact that he's constantly weakened means he's not going to be hitting us too hard, thankfully. Honestly, that special boon, that boon from the hammer is what's going to carry us the rest of it. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Jeez, what a waste. It's fine. There you are. And done. Alright, nope, alright, it's completely... I was hopeful that our call would...
provides you with a certain mindless strength, but such power has its limits.
I was hopeful our God Gauge would stay full where the call ended when we phased him, but sadly it did not. That was a genuine waste of the God Gauge, but whatever. Come on and die, and welcome to the jam. I don't think that's how that song goes, honestly. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I don't know what boiling blood is, but it sounds... Uh-oh, uh-oh. Alright, we're good. Haha, I can bank the shot, that's kind of funny. Get at least some damage on him. You and your lasers, my good sir. Wait. I'm taking so much damage now. I'll give him credit, his second phase is definitely a bit more difficult than his first, but I think we're fine, honestly. I still think we're doing fine. Oh, unless I dash into his attacks. It's funny, I'm in a critical zone of HP, and yet I still have more HP. I have about as much HP as I would have started the run with, but it's considered critical at this stage because of how much HP I've gained over the run. I'm gonna wait until the end of his... I'm gonna wait until I phase him before I go ahead and use the Athena call here, I think. There we go. Charge up Bull Rush and start DPSing. Should also remember to use my casts, because that cast crit for 808 damage. It's quite a bit. Alright. Oh gosh, I got caught by a lot of things. Alright, so we ended up using one Death Defiance, but honestly, what does that even matter? That Death Defiance, like, we have 3 more. And each Death Defiance is healing me at least 100 HP, probably closer to 150 because of how tanky I am.
You cannot escape. None of us can. You'll pay for...
There.
No, I think the line is this.
In the name of Hades.
You'll pay for this, not you'll pay for there. Oh well, pretty solid run. All right, we take it. I mean,
My weapons can grow even stronger now.
solid run, but painfully slow run. Very, very, very slow run. but I don't think there was ever a moment of doubt where I was going to win this. It was just, would I live long enough to see the end? Me, the player, not Zagreus, mind you. All right, let's talk to Persephone.
You're back. So good to see you again, Zagreus. Since last you left, I couldn't help but think the worst about what happened after I had left. Or soon before. You mentioned Nyx. You don't suppose that she and Hades wanted me out of the way?
I just don't think that can be. Though let me ask you, how long did you know Father? And Nyx for that matter? Did they seem trustworthy?
Yes. I knew them long enough to have decided yes, that they were trustworthy. As much as anyone I've ever met. But I also know never to be trusting to a fault. I have to consider the possibility I was deceived.
Especially since neither of them is being forthcoming with me even now, right? And yet, I have this feeling something else is going on, Mother. The way that Father speaks of you, the way Nyx speaks of you, I think they care for you.
Well, they have a funny way of showing it, I think. Your father, so you have to get through him each time you visit me?
I do. Mother, what if Father thinks that he's protecting you? Have you considered that?
Protecting me? Why, Zagreus, what do you mean by that? As you can see, I can fend for myself.
Well, you're from Olympus, aren't you? But the gods, none of them seem to know you're here. So...
What? How would you know something like that? Zagreus? Ah, curse the fates. You're leaving me again.
Bye, Mom.
I won't be long.
You will be if we use the same build again. Alrighty, a quick lap through the House of Hades and we'll call it a day. I am desperately in need of turning on the AC. I am melting.
Whoa, what happened to you? You just died? You just plain died, like nothing stabbed you, bludgeoned you, poisoned you, burned you, crushed you, blew you to bits, turned you to stone, but you're back here. Must have been those natural causes mortals talk about.
Hypnos, you must be fun at parties.
Probably.
If you're not sleeping during them like my dad would. Yay! Here, take a gift.
It isn't much then, but I got you something.
Finally, alright, give me your butterfly.
Want me to take that off your hands? Fine. But you are taking this from me. And if anybody asks, we're even. Or scratch that. Don't tell anyone about this.
He doesn't want people to know you guys are a thing.
Thank you, Thad.
And there it is, the pierced butterfly, which if I recall is one of the best keepsakes in the game.
I saw the faded list of minor prophecies was requisitioned through the house contractor, Zagreus. Didn't take you for an agent of the fates.
Turns out I'm full of surprises, Thanatos. Though the three fates are your sisters, aren't they? Surprised you didn't requisition the list yourself.
Guess it just wasn't meant to be. Though, I don't know them at all. Keep only to themselves somewhere. Sometimes I wonder whether everything really is preordained or whether they're making all this up as they go.
I sure am.
I can hazard a guess. Hey, tell me something, sir. Any rumors swirling about the house regarding the outcome of a certain interaction I had with my father recently? Involving a great deal of violence? Because I'd like for everyone to know I won.
That seems a little petty, but it's still funny.
I wouldn't know of what you mean there, lad. For there are certain subjects so forbidden here right now that not even rumors can take hold. But just between us for the time, congratulations. Truly.
I appreciate how Achilles is effectively a mentor for Zagreus here.
Thank you, sir. I didn't know whether I had it in me. As for the other bit, I'll keep it quiet then, for now. Probably shouldn't be tying my sense of self-worth to praise from friends, acquaintances, and strangers anyway.
Indeed, lad.
Alrighty, let's pet the Cerberus.
Cerberus is preoccupied with scratching and biting at himself.
Take care, okay? You've always been there for me, boy.
That description of Cerberus, though, that's our cats. That's about all they do, unless they're scratching and biting at us instead because I'm petting their tummies. Which I know is off limits, but that doesn't stop me, and it will never stop me.
You are not to aid him in these matters, Nyx. His foolishness is to be scorned and reprimanded. not indulged. Do we have an understanding?
Nope.
We have an understanding, Hades, yes. He is your own son, after all, and therefore your responsibility. I, in turn, have my commitments to this realm and to this house. You have aided me in them, so I remain, as ever, in your debt.
It is not necessary to remind me. Surely all those who once defied my brothers and myself would much prefer a post within my house over eternity within the lowest depths of Tartarus. Not that the darkness there would trouble you.
I hate it when they fight.
I am curious to see like how these guys view each other in terms of like relationship status. Like obviously Hades and Persephone are the real thing, but where does Nyx stand in all of that? Friendly auntie? Something more? Think I'll keep saving up for this because this can speed up meta progression a little bit, and we almost have enough to get the Erebus gates, whatever those do.
It's awfully quiet here, you know, when you're out and about. Makes me a bit self-conscious, truth be told, seeing as ostensibly I'm the musician of this court.
Look, if you decide to start strumming on that lyre again, I'm sure nobody here is going to mind. Though you take care, okay?
If you insist, my friend.
Makerus not around.
Yay, Cerberus is best boy again.
Cerberus in the spotlight.
Cerberus should always be in the spotlight.
Hi! Have to tell you, Dusa, your job seems really stressful here. It's a big house. You have to tend to the entire thing.
Oh, well, most of it isn't so bad at all. But ever since Cerberus tore up the lounge, I guess it's been a little hectic getting everything back to normal like before.
I'm not sure it was ever normal around here, but I'm sorry I created work for you. Cerberus tore the place apart because of me. Though maybe I can help you patch things up.
Don't say that, Prince. Cerberus knows better, and besides, you have your job to do, don't you? And I have mine. And I will do my very best at it. Just wait and see.
Tusa's a good girl.
And she's off.
Who's to say there isn't another death, another underworld? Cause of death, old age. We've got a philosopher down here.
These, will you, Chef?
Keys, nectar, gems. Awesome.
Use them wisely, my friend.
Alright, not enough keys to really unlock anything exciting, but one more nectar means one more keepsake, potentially. I don't know who I have left to get. I'll have to take a look and see who I have. Anything I can buy here now? I guess let's completely top off our max HP. Now we start with 100 instead of 50. That's pretty substantial for us. I don't think I really care about deep pockets that much. And shadow presence. I mean, that's nice, but am I going to use it realistically? May as well have it. Alternatively, fiery presence. Undamaged foes. I think shadow presence is probably better here.
I can't do that yet.
The other one would be really good if I had the Haribo, though. Alright, Skelly, what do you have to say, and what weapon are we using next time? Tell us both, please. Gauntlets. Alright.
Ready, Malphon?
I don't think we've had a win with these yet. Or maybe we had one. Right, maybe. I don't know.
Well, pal, you have come a pretty long way, let me tell you. I think most of the smarts I've picked up you know by now. And so, if I'm fresh out of tips for you, I guess there's only one thing left to do.
Stand there eternally to be wailed upon at my whim using whichever weapon suits me at the time.
Yep.
Yep, now hop to it.
I called it. I knew how he would respond. That's great. I love Skelly. Skelly is probably one of my favorite characters in this game. Alright, the Pierced Butterfly. Gain 1% damage each time you clear an encounter without taking damage. Considering how good I am with the bow overall, hands down one of the strongest weapons. And keep in mind, that increases once it gets ranked up. So we're going to be using that a lot in the coming days. But for now, who do we need? Alright, I see... We still need Poseidon, I think. Yeah, Poseidon... Ares. Who else am I missing? Poseidon and Ares for sure. I'm not sure who the last god is, but anyway, we'll take Zeus's boon for this one because getting his attack on the base attack of this will be pretty solid, I imagine, and then we'll just dash around and do this a lot. Alternatively, I could go the route of Artemis with her dash strike because her dash strike is really strong. But I think that's what we'll do. And then, do I want to take any different sort of aspect? Aspect of Talos. Your special becomes Magnetic Cutter and pulls and deals 20 damage. Aspect of Demeter sounds decent-ish, maybe? None of these are terribly appealing to me, to be honest. Why don't we run the aspect of Demeter? Let's see how that plays. Let's see what happens if I get this fully charged up. Okay. It's not actually that exciting. It basically does double the damage instead after dealing 12 hits. Okay, fair enough. Well, Kiwi, with all that said, I think that's enough for this episode. It's gone long enough. It was a very long run. I hope you enjoyed watching, though. As struggle as it was, it ended in victory. So, with all that said, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. And if you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.